Hello my friends, I'm sitting here in my beautiful garden and I enjoy some peppermint water. It's so refreshing and so tasty, and I have my own peppermint plant here in my own garden, and it's amazing. I can just reap every day a piece of it and then make some tasty good peppermint water. And it was last year when Jesus started to tell me about the peppermint plant. Last year I was outside sitting on my chair in one morning when we just had the first conference over and just the second going on, and I was sitting there and I was complaining and I said, God, it's too much, too hard work, I cannot do that, and why do we have to do 2 conferences in one row? When I was watching my peppermint plants, and you have to know, I bought 2 plants in the same time, as you can see on the photo, and the one I put in a bigger pot and another one it just remained in a small pot because I wanted to have it inside and for decoration and so on. And obviously the plant in the bigger pot was growing and doing very well, while the plant in a small pot is almost dying. And it was that picture that Jesus came up with and explained me, my dear child, the second conference is the bigger pot. That hit me, and that really motivated me so much because I could see literally that the plants in the bigger pot is doing much better than the plant I remained and let in the smaller pot. And there is a saying, we grow by developing what God has already put inside of us, and we can grow in different ways. And it's worth to have a look about the word developing and what the meanings are behind. So there are several meanings, and the first one is expanding. Developing means expanding, and this is what we experienced with the second conference, for example. And take these words for your own personal life, and maybe you can adapt something about growth for your own personal growth. The second word is forming. And it reminds me that the plants need to be cut in terms of growth. And sometimes that is exactly what is next step for our personal growth. We need to cut things away in order to strengthen other things in our lives. And then the third thing is completing. Developing sometimes means completing. That means taking and adding help from others from outside. And then the fourth thing is cultivating. That means you just do the things you do on a regular basis, and you will see where you end up when you do things in 5 years, where you end up when you do things on a regular basis. And one last thing is changing. Developing sometimes means change. And maybe it's time for you to change stuff in order to grow. And while I was sitting there outside and watching my peppermint plant, I was so inspired, and it so much encouraged me. And in Jeremiah 29 verse 11, it says, I know the plans I have for you, announces the Lord. I want you to enjoy success. I do not plan to harm you. I will give you hope for the years to come. So when I was sitting there and thinking of the second conference, God said to me, it's not to harm you, it's to enjoy success. And this is exactly what I have on my heart for your personal life, that when you ever go out of your comfort zone, or whenever you feel some pressure in your life, then remind yourself, sometimes it's because it's just to grow. So I'm back outside, and I really hope you enjoyed my peppermint plant message, and love to see you next time. Bye bye.